the half cycle here is the same as at the start of the cycle, and it's also the same in the full cycle. Yeah, so I'm going to copy this on 7, paste, so we get this up. I wonder if we can take it higher up than this 4. And I may also raise it up when it's in the air, so maybe, so we've got this here, 1, 2, okay, well, I'll leave it like that just now. Sometimes it's hard to see exactly what to do when you've only got one foot moving. You really need both of them. Okay, now one thing I'm noticing here, I'll show you in the orthographic view, is the knee is doing something very weird. So it's straight, kind of pitching there, so we can use the pole vectors to correct the knee. So I'm going to key it on 1. It's moving it there. Oh, sorry, so I can see that these have been crossed over. I'll move it this way. Actually, what I'm going to do before I do any of these things, I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to switch these because that's very strange. So I'll put these in front of the correct knees. Don't know why they're on the wrong knees. I'm going to key this and see if that's making any difference. Now that actually looks okay now, so I don't know. They were switched for some reason on the wrong knees. Anyway, so we've got this. Right. Up, 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 up. And you know, there are other things we can add. When the foot comes here, it might be an idea to have some, go into this control again and put some toe roll in the opposite direction. So, you know, we're going to go maybe here. I can key it. Always a good idea to key it at 0 and have the toe roll here as it comes by. We're going to, can we pull this the other way? Let's see, I don't even know if I can. No, it's not doing what I want. Maybe that's not the right one. Toe roll. Oh! Let's try this one more time. Toe it here, let's see what happens. Oh no, it's not doing what I expected it to do. Let's see if the ball roll does anything, I'm just curious. Nope, no use. Heel roll. Oh, maybe a bit of heel roll. Maybe heel rolls are good. Okay, I'll go to heel roll. And just as it's coming by here, I might just pull this back a bit. And again, I don't want these shapes, you know, in and out, in and out. You want kind of gradual movement from one to the other. It's going to make it look, not there though. Wait a second. So that's fine, that's fine. That foot's on the ground there, so that's okay. I'll move this up to the 0 point. So, yeah, we've got the heel roll at the start, where his foot's here in the air. Then it's off, all the way down. When as his foot's on the ground, the heel roll is 0. Then we're just going to turn it on. Oops. I'm going to lift this foot up slightly so we don't have this effect. I'll lift it up here. And then we're going to have a bit of foot roll here, here, here. It's going to come off again here, right? So we'll give this a go anyway. You can always change it if you don't like it, but we'll give this a try. It looks very fast just now. Okay. It's one of the issues with runs is you have to make them look smooth, and they can, you know, I can see, you can see there's certain things happening here that are a little bit strange. This is kind of popping up here. I would probably have to lower this. The move from here to here. See, we got this smooth movement here, and then bang, it goes up, which is not really great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this around a bit, and I'm going to drop this just so we don't have that really exaggerated movement. And I might copy this down a wee bit too. And so it's got that and that. And then here, I might just pull this down too. So we got this like that. And that might feel a little bit less. Anyway, so we'll try this. With a run, you kind of have to get it. You have to pace it on the other leg just to see what we're talking about. So I've got the curves. I'm going to make sure that view infinity is on. I'll do curves pre-infinity cycle, curves post-infinity cycle, and then I'm just going to select all of these, copy, and I'm going to paste them onto this foot. Let me get rid of that. I don't know what it is. Hit it, paste. Now of course we're going to have that initial problem with this being in slightly the wrong direction, so I got to translate Y, which let's make sure front. Actually, I haven't done anything with these feet. What I'm going to do anyway is I'm going to take the Y channel, the X translation of this, and pull this foot in a little bit, and I'm going to take the X translation of this one, and I'm going to pull a little bit in under the opposite there, under there, just so that it's more underneath the body of the character. Right, we haven't done any other things to this, so this is basically going like this. The body's all wrong, but let's just leave it. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slip this one. It's 13 frames, so of course I'm going to have to slip it 7. And I'll make sure that the curves pre-infinity are cycling and curves post-infinity are cycling. So I'll go to 7, it's there. I'm just going to slip it up. Let's see what we get. It's interesting that there seems to be a delay in this in slipping. So we've got this. Okay, which looks, doesn't look like much presently, but give it time, it will get there. Okay, so we've got that. Now with these, and also I haven't with this put in, we get a better idea of how the body should move. Okay, so you got this here, it goes down. I might even pull this down a little bit further on this. So there, and then have it go up. Here I'm going to pull it up even further. Only going to do half a cycle of this. And then this is when he's completely off the ground. I'll crack it up. I'm going to take this out and crack it up even further still, so up here. And then 7 is when he comes back down again. That might be too big a transition. You don't really want large transitions now, because 7, the body's, you only need a half cycle for these things like the body, because the reality is the body, the body will do the same thing every time either the right or the left foot is in the contact position. So in a sense I can take this now, the curves post infinity, and I can cycle it. Yeah, I can make sure it's that these tangents are the right way, so it's going to move nicely, and that should give me you know, a cycle up and down like this. Okay, so let's have a look at this now. Now you're not going to see the cycle as it is unless you put it on frame 12, because what happens is, because it's playing the last frame twice, so the cycle is actually only 12 frames long. Yeah, so you have this kind of action. Still doesn't look great, it's a bit bobby, but we can work into this one. Let's have a look. So we got that, it goes down. Now one thing to watch with this is balance, and often people make mistakes. We've got the legs going round and we have the body going up and down now, but the balance of this figure isn't great, because look, when his foot's on the ground, look at this. If this were to try and stand, chances are it would fall over, because the massive weight is just going down this way. You know, if you made a statue like this, unless this foot was touching the ground to support it, it would fall over this way. Yeah, so important in this is to make sure the balance is working. So what I'm going to do, very simple thing to do in this case, is I'm going to take these. There's no keys on this. I mean, there's keys on it, but there's no animation on it. I'm just going to shift this forward a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. So when this is here, now here I'm going to have to maybe pull it forward a little bit more. Just a bit forward more. I want this to balance. Yeah. So, and I'm going to lift this up because I don't want a one frame transition. I'll lift this up. Yeah. Actually, what I could do is maybe a little bit less. So we're going to have this. Yeah, and that's forward. And we want the same on this contact position here, there. We want the same thing happening. So essentially, what I want to do is, I'm going to, again, this is halfway through the animation, but because it's the body, I can loop it at the halfway point, because remember, there are two legs. So I'm going to do curves, post infinity. I'm going to cycle this. So we've got this going on, yeah? There we go. He's really got some stretch here. I'm not sure if I want that. I mean, let's see, that, and then you've got this stretch here. I'm wondering if that might be better if it's, let me see what this curve looks like. Yeah, maybe this works better if it's pulled in slightly and up. Get rid of this and up a little bit as well, so it's off the ground. Where is it? There we go, like that. I'll get rid of that. So I'm always trying to get nice curves in this. Oops, we've got something wrong with the ankle there. Twisting there, and here we'll see the same thing on the rotate X. We got that. I think it's because I've got the heel roll coming on. It's one issue, I would say, with using these graduated controls, I would call them, these subtle controls that exist underneath, is it can be good, but it can also give you some some effects that perhaps you don't want. So let me see. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to rotate this a bit like that. No, not like that. I'm going to go to the, it's this one here. It's giving me the ball roll. And we've got the heel roll here. I may just try and lift this off the ground slightly. So I'll go to 3 because I want 3 to be on the ground. And I'm just going to lift 4 off the ground slightly so I don't have that kind of, well, it's not quite so visible. So then you've